welcome to our unstated YouTube channel. I have my fellow friend and visitor at the same time. You can introduce yourself before we tell our viewers what is going on.
Okay, thank you for hosting me in this your show. I'm Geoffrey Odhiambo. I'm a known political analyst and also economist and policy maker. So I'm glad to be with you here in your show.
Okay, feel most welcome.
Yes.
Today this week on Wednesday, there was a proposal made by the National Dialogue team to create 9 more counties in Kenya. What is your view about it as an expert?
Okay, my view about it is that this proposal is a mere political proposal. I will call it a mere political proposal, and if you can recall, it is not the first time such proposal is being made in Kenya. And look, it was on November, just some few months, if not three, after Ruto was elected, the member of parliament for Kuria, I think it was Kuria East member of parliament,
Yes.
Proposed that thing, and that one he was proposing creation of, I think it was 6 more counties. And if you look at those counties he proposed that time and these current counties, they are the same counties. They are now, the difference is that the current proposal by the National Dialogue team is for nine more counties. So it is not something new, and I will call it a mere political a mere political proposal, because look at even the reasons why they were proposing for, why they made such proposal. The main reason for that proposal, they were saying that to bring the issues of development under devolution close to Mwananchi, and also because some societies are like so marginalized. And if you look at the reasons, if you look at the criteria for county creation, it should be created based on the population and resource allocation. So that's why we call it a mere. It doesn't make a lot of sense. Yeah, to me it's a more of a political, and maybe it has a political reason behind it.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's something which doesn't make much a lot of sense. When you can look countries like United States of America with over 330 million population, having only 50 states. Nigeria, we have here Nigeria with over 280 million, the most populous in Africa, with only 36 states. So Kenya, why create more counties right now, yet even the existing 47 counties are still having a lot of pending bills. You can see pending bills everywhere. They need a lot of funds. We as a country, we are even struggling with injecting more cash in those counties. So it's just political. It doesn't make a lot of sense. And even you can even look at those places where they proposed. Take for instance, they say that they want Mount Elgon to be a county on its own, Kuria to be a county on its own, Suba. If you look at those places they were proposing, and that the other one in Kitui, yeah, it is called Matunguluor. I'm not sure about it, but if you look at those places, you'll find that they are in Raila's stronghold. They're in Raila's stronghold, not Ruto's backyards. They're in Raila's stronghold. And if you look at during voting, the voting trend of those places were being proposed, they do vote differently with their mother county. Take for instance Kuria. I hope you are from Migori.
Yes.
Yeah, you understand. The whole of Migori will vote for Raila except Kuria. Yeah, Kuria doesn't always come even to Homa Bay. Raila doesn't always get 100% in Homa Bay because of Suba. They are the minority in Homa Bay. So if you look at these places, that's why I say that it is a mere political, because these places has got different voting pattern, compared to their mother county. So that's why to me it was a more of political.
So in short, you are saying a no to the proposal.
Yeah, I'm saying I know because it doesn't make a lot of sense because more counties means more resource allocation.
Yeah.
And how will we allocate more resources if currently we are struggling as a country? That one will be living beyond our means, so it doesn't make a lot of sense. And to me, it doesn't have any serious justification why it should be happening.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you. Despite saying a no to the proposal, so under which or under what circumstances can this happen?
This should be happen under something like I think resource allocations, because this proposal should purely take it is all about resources. That's why it is being based on population, not the reasons those guys were giving. And when you look at, we have even some big counties which, why don't they propose county like Kiambu? If you look at Kiambu has got that much high population, and Kiambu is also geographically, Kiambu is also big, and also population in Kiambu is that so huge. Why don't they propose Kiambu? If you want to know that this thing is a mere political, because if it was like that, they should have also proposed Kiambu. Or if we want to argue on a point that the proposal was based on marginalization, so what makes them think that Suba or Kuri are that marginalized? It doesn't have any reason. It was, to me, it was just a political, because this is not the first time also this proposal is being proposed under current President Ruto'S tenure. It is the second time. So it was just a political proposal.
Okay, okay.
Yes.
My last question for you is there was also a proposal made by Laikipia Senator Honorable John Kinyua to scrap off 5 years presidential limit. What are the effects of this? Like, what is your view about it?
Before I answer, it is not. If you have been keen on the Kenyan newses and politics, the same November, there was a member of parliament. I think he was a Fafi member of parliament, Honorable Yakub, came with the same proposal to scrap off the 5-term presidential limit. So it is not by coincidence that these things are happening right now at the same time, and they were also initially have been initially proposed. They were proposed the same time in November, and also right now we have had such proposals. So to me, these things are just like throwing a stone on the water, testing waters. There is something hidden behind these proposals. If you look, maybe Ruto is testing something, and this one, people should take this proposal seriously. Yeah, seriously, a lot with seriously, because they are signaling something. To me, they are signaling something. And it is not even the first time we have seen some things. If you can recall, when President Kibaki was winding up his term in the office, we saw such proposals. There was during that time, there was a proposal that the presidential term limit to be scrapped off. Thereafter, when President Uhuru was winding up his time in the office, so some politicians were feeling that Uhuru is a little bit too young to leave the office. So this is not the first time these things are happening. But what's unique with this one for currently is that Ruto has not even finished his first term, not even his second year in the office, and we have been seeing such proposals. So they are signaling something.
Okay, I heard you talking about there is a hidden, something hidden.
Yeah.
So what is this thing hidden according to you?
Maybe, and I want you to underline the word maybe. These things are, it is just a test of water, and these things will happen. It is just a matter of time. Because if you look at the process of scrapping off presidential term limit, that one is a critical part of our Constitution 2010. It means that it must goes to the referendum. That's why it is something impossible right now, but after sometimes it can be possible. Maybe after 2027, when one, Ruto has got numbers in the parliament, two, he has a lot of public on his side, because right now if you look, there are a lot of political harsh political weather in the country, and the hard economic times in the country. So I'm sure that such proposal, when it goes to the referendum, it will automatically fail. And considering that Kenya is a country where people believe in ethnicity and ethnic tension, and even that's why we came up with that's why the drafters of the constitution in 2010 came up with that of presidency must rotate. Yeah, you can't exceed 2 terms containing 10 years, because people still believe in ethnicity and ethnic tension. So it is right now it is impossible, because the process will go to the referendum, and it will receive harsh rebellion, harsh public opinion. Considering, you can even see the current political climate. Not all people, Raila still has got influence in Kenyan political space. So that's why they must kill Raila first politically. After killing Raila first, Ruto must have numbers in the parliament. Yeah, he must have numbers in both houses, 2/3, because amending that part of constitution require 2/3 in the parliament. Right now, if such proposal goes on, when it reaches parliament, Ruto doesn't have 2/3. It means that he will need members of parliament from Azimio lawmakers. And we all unanimously agree that Azimio cannot grant such a thing. Yeah, considering that it is something which will put Ruto more into power. And also the public will see it as a rule with iron fist. And also, if you look at the entire process, and we know Kenya with the court things, there are some people maybe like, sorry to like Okiya Mtata, he'll always go to the court to challenge that idea, and with the tough court scrutiny, it will make it a little impossible, and it will derail Ruto's agenda. Coming 2027, Ruto will have hard time to seek re-election. So that's why currently it's under pause. It's just to signal, just to test to public opinion. And that's why even if you see them, they're doing it with I will call it a petty politician, someone who no one is taking seriously. Look at the Fafi member of parliament, no one took him seriously. The other days after, later, Ruto came up publicly and said that no, something cannot happen in this country. So you can see they are testing waters too.
Okay, yeah. Okay. So you are saying this thing, one time or one day it will come to pass, like they will take it to the referendum. So let's take for example, now it has been taken and it has been it has succeeded. What effects can it bring to our country, Kenya?
You know, Kenya, and maybe a point to be, I'm not saying that it will happen one day. Maybe that's
Yes,
why
maybe.
I said I understand.
Yeah.
Underline
So
the
is
word
why
maybe.
I
Because if you look at our neighbors in Uganda, when Museveni was seeking to amend constitution to suit himself, what he usually does is that to send a petty member of parliament whom no one takes seriously. Thereafter, after hearing public opinion and a lot of public rebuke, will come up publicly and say, no, something cannot happen here in Uganda. But after some times later, it happens. So anything touching the critical parts of constitution like that one should be taken seriously. And that's why I'm saying these guys, maybe they're just testing waters to hear public opinion, to hear just public opinion, and just to tell you what is likely to happen in future. And maybe that's why Ruto is seeking a lot. Ruto has been a lot in Luo Nyanza. He really is desperate of the Luos. He really needs that Luo support. That's why even on the Luos MPs, those MPs who are decamping Azimio going to the Ruto, it really puts our democracy in a lot of limbo, if you don't know. So, coming to your question, what that one might mean to the citizens, I mean, that's why we have democracy, and that's why democracy is being considered the best form of government, because it is based on consistency, accountability. When citizens feel that they are not accountable with you, they will vote you out of power. That's why we have democracy. So consider this situation when something that presidency cannot rotate, and don't forget that Kenya is a country where people still believe in ethnicity. I believe that you are a Kikuyu, a Maluo, we are a Dui, and our opinions are being shaped by politics. It is politics which shapes our opinion. So it will really make it tough, and it will even increase a lot of ethnicity among us. Negative ethnicity. I don't know if you understand. It will increase negative ethnicity among us, such thing. So it is something not helpful for a country, especially a country calling itself a democratic country. And you know, for long we have been considered one of the stable democracies in East and Central Africa. So it doesn't sound good for the citizens.
Okay, thank you. I think that is the end of my questions, and I would like you to say bye to those who are viewing us for today.
Okay. Thank you too. I'm glad to be with you in your show. So to our viewers, I might appreciate for you taking your time to view. You can consider subscribing and share our videos. Yeah, thank you.
Bye. Let's meet next time.